Thank you. And in a sense, I would actually almost take it back to a more, I wouldn't say basic, but more straightforward metric, which in writing the book, I found very, very difficult to actually capture. And that's actually modal split. So I found a lot of cities give cordon counts, busyness on major routes, which is great, and it gives you a sense of how cycling is improving over the years and possibly getting better and so on. But unless you're actually measuring modal split across your city, and we can debate what the city actually is it just downtown? Probably not. But across the city, what we really need to know is how many people are cycling versus using cars, public transport, and walking. And that is for the short journey, just to the school, just to your local shops, as well as that longer commute into the city center. And unless we have that overall metric, we really can't see overall what is the role of cycling in your city. I think a lot of cities can get a little bit into a very strange debate again about it's all along the riverfront and I see lots of bikes and lots of free-floating bikes, and it's all going well. But if 95% or 99% of travel in your city is still by car, everything along the river is not going to change and create a sustainable city. And I think that's a difficult and expensive measure for many cities. And some cities do it very well. London, Freiburg, Copenhagen, the Netherlands, and so on. But particularly across the global world, and some of the issues I found in North America particularly, cities need to come up with a modal split. And Thomas, I think you wanted to add more.
I do, and I think this concept of modal split gets even more complicated when you consider that users don't just choose one mode of transport for their entire journey. I think perfect example in continental Europe and the UK as well would be someone takes their folding bike from their house to a tube or train station, right? A metro station or a train station, or even a bus in some instances. Gets on the bus for some part of their journey, or the public transport, and then goes on a bike again. I think one of the challenges actually from that perspective as well is that they will cross at least 2, if not 3 jurisdictions. And they will be counted in different pieces of data from different jurisdictions, be it councils or city authorities, as using a different mode. So for the first one, cycling, right? If they live in one jurisdiction, they'll cycle to the bus stop. And for the second jurisdiction, they're using the bus. And for the third one, they're cycling again. When in reality, that person doesn't see it like that. They use a combination of modes to create a coherent journey. In that case, looking at total journey and modal split amongst a single journey, although challenging, will give you a more realistic view of how people are actually, as I said, using and engaging with the city.